Okay, here we go. We got our next example. If you want to try this on your own, go ahead and do so. But remember, the first step is I'm going to rewrite this as an augmented matrix. And now what I want to do is my goal is the 1, 0, 0, 1, and then I have my x and my y values. So what's nice here is this guy is already set to 1. So I don't have to do anything with that. So my focus, remember, top down, I want to get this guy 0. Okay, so to get this guy 0, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take -2 times row 1, add it to row 2, and that's going to replace row 2. So -2 times row 1 is equal to -2, -4, and -32. Row 2 is equal to 2, 1, and 11. And so now I'm going to add these guys together. So I get 0, -3, the divider, and then -32 and 11 is a -21. And I use this information now to rewrite my next matrix. Okay, so then that's going to turn into, with this step, right, that's going to turn into matrix, or excuse me, row 1 doesn't change even though I used it to manipulate, right? And then I take this piece and that's my new row 2, 0, -3, and -21. Now when I look at this problem, one of the difficult aspects of it is that the previous problem we went ahead and multiplied row 2 by something to get it to cancel out that spot that we need in row 1 to be 0. So in the previous problem we said, oh, okay, I got some easy numbers here. I can multiply this by some number to get this equal to 0. Well, that doesn't work too well in this problem because we have an odd and an even. So that's kind of hard to do. So what I'm going to do is I see another step. And I know I said to work top down, but one of the steps is I can multiply any row by another number. So my next step is right here to go to the next spot. I'm going to take -1/3 times row 2, and that's going to replace row 2. So basically I'm multiplying this row. You can't divide, bear with me. We can only multiply. So I'm going to multiply row 2 by -1/3. So that means that my first spot is going to be 0, and then the -3 times -1/3 is going to be a +1, and then -21 times a -1/3 is going to give me a +7. So what's nice here is I didn't do anything to row 1, so that's going to stay the same, and I just divided, I should say multiplied, by -1/3, and that changes this to a 1 and a 7. And now I'm in a position to work with some easier numbers to get rid of this piece right here. So now the next step, I'm going to go ahead and continue below this. Actually, I should be able to squeeze some room here. I'm going to go ahead and how do I get to the next matrix? I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to divide this to show some new work. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take row 2 and multiply it by -2. I'm going to add that to row 1, and that's going to be my new row 1. I do this operation, I get for row 2, I'm going to get 0, -2, -14. I'm just adding that to row 1, and my result is 1, 0, and 2. And so remember, this is replacing row 1. So I'm going to go ahead and get our new matrix up here. And so this is replacing row 1. So this whole piece is going to go right here. So this is 1, 0, we got our divider, and 2. And then row 2 wasn't adjusted. And so we've reached our goal. And so now I can make the conclusion that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 7. So that's our second example for the row reduction method. We'll do a couple more so you can see some different examples.